Let's see. Oh, first thing, let me just get this right out of the way. If anybody knows about the Dabbleverse and Stuttering John, I had offered to give Stuttering John money. I'd offered to give him all of the money he was going to spend on becoming a lawyer. Because out of nowhere, John just decided he was going to be a lawyer. He's accomplished so many things in life that lawyer seemed to be next on the list between, surgeon and astronaut, I think. So lawyer. And there's something you got to take to even begin schooling as a lawyer. It's the LSATs. And they're very difficult. It's such a difficult test. It's not really based on knowledge, which he would fail miserably at anyway. It's based on your powers of deductive reasoning and pressure. There are time constraints to the questions. The questions are very logic-based, and it's a very, very difficult test. And from people I've heard that have taken it, you need between 300 and 1,000 hours of preparing for this test. And like really preparing, not just half-assed preparing. So, and if you have a full-time job or anything like that, people say it's just insane. So, that's the first step that John Melendez Esquire has to take to become a lawyer. And he's been talking about it. He's just going to make an appointment, I guess, and just take the test. Screw the training and tutoring and anything. 1,000 hours of training and tutoring, and this guy still would fail miserably. But I said that when he passes the bar exam and becomes a lawyer, I would reimburse him for every single dime he spent to become a lawyer. Law school, books, whatever it took. I was going to pay that after he is handed his certificate. He has passed the bar. He is a lawyer. And I've always said it's the safest money in the world. There's not a vault, not a bunker that is safer for money to be in than money that would go to John if he becomes a lawyer. I have no fear of ever having to give this money away. So today, just today, we have an update on John and the LSATs. Sean, if you would play the Stut Joe clip.
I think I'm going to postpone my LSAT. I got too much else going on with the DVR and a lot going on. I have a conference call tonight, and I don't know. I might have to postpone it.
The DVR? Like, if these are things that are keeping him from taking a very difficult test to become something, a lawyer, but the DVR, and I got a conference call tonight. This guy, it's just like Howard Stern said, John, when you are not trying to be funny, you are funny. When you're trying to be funny, you're painfully unfunny. That's the allure of this guy. If only he would understand it. It might ruin it if he understood it. But this is a typical, over there on Uncle Rico, Shuley and company call him the rake, because he just constantly is stepping on the rake and it hits him in the face. So they call him the rake. And this is just another, he puts himself in these situations. I'm going to be a lawyer. Pay up, Pocky, pay up. You said sign a piece of paper that says you'll pay. It's like, John, my word is gold here. I've said it many times, and I still, to this day, even after his recent announcement, stand by it. I will reimburse Stuttering John every dime he spends to become a lawyer. He's got to pass the bar and become a lawyer. He has to be a real practicing lawyer. And to this day, that offer still stands. There is, I can't even think of something more ridiculous that would happen first before John would become a lawyer. Anything you could think of, put that in place there, because I will never, ever have to give him that money. And we see where it goes already. I might have to postpone my LSATs. Obviously, someone got to him and said, are you out of your fucking mind? Do you know how difficult it is? Do you know the expense of, again, just taking the LSAT? You have to pay money to take it. And then that training, it's not your buddy Vince the lawyer or beer sales Jerry in Vegas that's going to come over and teach you how to take the LSATs and pass it. You have to pay a professional a lot of money. And he found this out. It finally got through that thick head of his. And he's like, oh, no, I got a DVR. What DVR is he talking about? What is this, the 90s? My VCR light is blinking. I can't, it just says noon. What? So there it is. That's the latest on Stuttering John and the LSATs. Safest money in the world.